The definition phase. Most plans fail because they're actually just wish lists. A plan that works isn't about what you want to happen, it's a logistics map of how you will handle reality. First, define your definition of done. Vague goals like get fit or write more provide no target for the brain to hit. You need a binary outcome, something that is either 100% finished or it isn't. Instead of work on the business, your goal should be complete the first 5 pages of the business proposal. Specificity is the antidote to procrastination. If you don't know exactly where the finish line is, your brain will find reasons to stop running.
Reverse engineering. The biggest mistake in planning is starting from today and looking forward. This creates a someday mentality. Instead, use reverse engineering. Start at your deadline and work backward. If you need to launch a project in 30 days, what must be true by day 25? To have that ready, what must be finished by day 20? Keep working backward until you reach tomorrow. This forces you to confront the actual time requirements. Reverse engineering turns a vague dream into a sequence of non-negotiable requirements. The rule of 3 and micro steps. Overplanning is a form of procrastination. If your daily plan has 15 items, you've already failed. Adopt the rule of 3. Identify the 3 and only 3 tasks that will move the needle today. Everything else is a bonus. Once you have those 3, break them down into micro steps. A task like research competitors is too big. It feels like a mountain. Break it down into open Google. Type in 3 names. Download 1 PDF. The goal isn't to be productive. The goal is to make the next step so small that it is harder to ignore it than it is to just do it. Low friction leads to high momentum.
The Friction Audit. A plan that works must account for your environment. We often plan for our best self, the version of us that has infinite willpower and no distractions. That person doesn't exist. Perform a friction audit. Ask yourself, what is most likely to stop me from doing this tomorrow? If you plan to gym in the morning but hate cold weather, set your clothes on the heater. If you plan to write but keep checking your phone, put the phone in a different room. You don't need more discipline. You need less friction. Design your environment so that the right choice is the easiest choice. A good plan doesn't just list the do's, it anticipates the distractions.
The 10% pivot rule. Rigid plans break, flexible plans succeed. The moment a plan hits reality, it will start to deviate. Most people quit the moment they fall behind schedule. Use the 10% pivot rule. Expect that 10% of your plan will go wrong. When it does, don't scrap the project. Recalibrate the timeline. Every Sunday, spend 10 minutes reviewing the past week. What took longer than expected? Where did you get stuck? Use this data to build next week's plan. Planning is an iterative process, not a one-time event. You aren't just making a plan, you are practicing the skill of planning.